Hello, my dear students of grade 5. How are you today? I hope you are fine. Today we will continue our story Around the World in 80 Days, chapter 3. Okay, let's start. Chapter 3 with the title Through India to Hong Kong. Here in this chapter or at the beginning, we will find or we will continue when Passepartout and the Indian princess, Fogg, Passepartout and the Indian princess, they arrived at the railway station in Allahabad. We talked in the last chapter about their journey to Allahabad and what happened in this journey. Here, there in this chapter, we are going to talk about their after they arrived to the railway and they arrived to Allahabad. And when they arrived, they found someone or a policeman. They arrived or he was waiting them at the railway station. Okay, as we see in the picture, there were there in the picture we will find a police station, and the policeman stopped them at the door. Okay, let's read some notes about the chapter, about the first part. At last, Fogg, Passepartout, and the Indian princess arrived at the railway station in Allahabad. Fogg gave their Indian guide some money for bringing them safely from Colby and also gave him the elephant. Passepartout bought a checked dress and a coat for the princess. On the 25th of October, when they were walking out of Calcutta train station, a policeman stopped them at the door. And when they arrived at the court, the judge told Fogg that his servant had broken the law of the temple in Malibar Hill in Bombay, and so the servant had to go to the prison or to pay a lot of money. Then we will find after that he will pay, or Fogg will pay for Passepartout money, okay, not to go to the prison. We will have some questions about the first part. Answer the following questions. What did Fogg give the Indian guide? The answer, he gave him some money and the elephant. 2. Why did Fogg give the guide some money? Because he brought them safely from Colby and helped to rescue the princess. 3. What did Passepartout give the elephant? He gave it some sugar cubes to eat. 4. What did the princess tell Fogg about her husband's family? She told him they would hurt her if they found her. 5. Why did the princess want to go to Hong Kong? Because she wanted to go to her cousin, and he would help her to go to her cousin who would help her. Okay, let's move to the second part. Here in the second part, we will know that because Fogg traveled slowly between Colby and Allahabad, and then because he stopped to help Mrs. Auda fix, and the priestess arrived in Calcutta before him. And then we will find that he paid £2,000 to the court, and the judge took the money and said thank you. And after that, Passepartout, Fogg, and Mrs. Auda hurried from the court and went straight into the ship. there was a ship. It was called the Rangoon. It was leaving for Hong Kong that afternoon. Then Fix quickly sent another telegram to London that was written, "Gentleman thief going to Hong Kong, send papers for me to arrest him there." Okay, so let's read some notes about this part. Fogg gave £20,000 to the court, and they hurried from the court and went to the ship, the Rangoon. Fix sent a telegram again to Scotland Yard that Fogg was going to Hong Kong. Mrs. Oda tried to find her family, but she learned her cousin he lived in Holland. She went with Fogg in his journey. Okay, she decided to continue her journey with Mr. Fogg. And he told her that they would go after that to look for her family or her cousin. Fogg asked Passepartout to buy 3 tickets on the ship, the Carnatic. Why? Because there was a ship, the Carnatic, it was leaving from Hong Kong to Yokohama in Japan. So now Passepartout would buy 3 tickets on the ship, the Carnatic. Passepartout met Fix. Yes, what happened? Passepartout met Fix near the ticket office. Fix told Passepartout that Mr. Fogg is a thief and he stole £5,000 from the Bank of England. And then Passepartout didn't want to help Fix. He didn't believe Fix and he didn't want to help him. They went to a cafe and Passepartout felt tired. And what happened? Yes, unfortunately, he fell asleep and didn't tell Fogg about the new departure time of the Carnatic. He forgot to tell Mr. Fogg about the departure time of the Carnatic, and he had the tickets. Now, let's look at these questions. Answer the following questions. What happened after Passepartout saw Fix every day on the ship? There was something strange about Mr. Fix. He felt that he might be a detective. What did Passepartout think Fix was? What did Passepartout think Fix was? Yes, he thought that he was working for Mr. Stewart from Mr. Fogg's club in London. And he followed up them. Okay, and he followed them. What did Mrs. Oda learn when she arrived in Hong Kong? She learned, or she knew, that her cousin lived in Holland. She knew that her cousin lived in Holland. Number 4, what did Fogg suggest after Mrs. Oda learned that her cousin lived in Holland? He suggested that Mrs. Oda could travel with them around the world and they would take her to her cousin in Holland after they arrived back home in London. Number 5, what happened when Passepartout and Fix went to the cafe? Yes, what happened? The detective didn't stop talking and was very friendly. The detective didn't stop talking and he was very friendly. And now that's time for the assessment questions. Look at these questions and you can answer them at home as a homework. Okay, complete. Look and read these questions and answer them. Okay. And now that's the end of our lesson today. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Goodbye.